Today we're going to be reacting to the brand new Yungblud and Aerosmith EP, One More Time. We're joined by Will from Cinematics, who is a self-professed Yungblud lover, to say the least. So I'm really excited to listen to this. I don't know much about Aerosmith, so this is a really unique collaboration.
The only thing that I've heard from this was the single that they released, I think it was a week or so ago, and I was quite intrigued by that. And then to learn that they were doing a whole EP is kind of blown me out the water here. I'm like, oh, okay, what are we going to have?
Yeah, this wasn't something that during the build-up I was actually that hyped about. Like, I can see why there was excitement. Obviously, Aerosmith's a big name in the rock world. Youngblood's sort of breaking through into that world. And Steven Tyler and Youngblood's vocals, there is some sync up there of they could really deliver something special. My Only Angel, when it came out, I was a little bit mixed on it. And I still am. I think that there's way too much production vocally. But it'll be exciting to go through it, re-go through it with me, but also with you guys and how you view it.
Yeah, I've not even really heard the single, so let's kick things off with that first track, My Only Angel.
Harmonies off the bat. Whew.
Pretty crazy way to open an EP, just straight vocals.
Oh, was not expecting that guitar. It's a bit discordal.
I still think that riff's really choppy.
It does kind of have that classic American vibe straight off the bat, doesn't it?
Which I think works well for the new version of Yungblud. Such a catchy hook as well.
You can feel the Aerosmith influence all over this track. It's crazy how good his voice sounds now from when he first came onto the scene.
And all throughout it's got that feeling of like it's building, which I think is super cool.
Do feel like I've heard that chorus a fair few times though, I can't lie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only real takeaway from this track. It's got a catchy chorus, which, when you look at both Yungblud and Aerosmith, neither of them are short of. So it's nothing that crazy. I do like the drums on this.
This is a sick little section just to let the guitars breathe. It's proper funky. It's had a head bopper dancey vibe, this track as well.
Hearing the pairing between Steven Tyler's vocals and Youngblood's vocals is, I don't know, I want to say surprising because in my head, I can't picture them singing together. But on this track, it's hard to even figure out who is actually delivering the vocals at the time they're doing it because their vocal styles are very similar now.
Yeah.
I agree. It matched pretty well. The only thing for me, it did just feel like a big chorus. Like, I can't lie. I liked the feel of the song and it kind of felt like I was going on a bit of a road trip. But obviously listening to it in this context, I did think it was a little bit too repetitive, but it was a good way to introduce the sound of these two working together on an EP. So I'm just hoping for a little bit more from some of the other tracks.
Perfect way of describing it, the way you've just said that, because in a lot of the songs that follow, it's a lot more intricate. So there's tiny moments where Stephen will come in. There'll be little moments of Yungblud in the background, so that you don't really have that moment where they're harmonizing together as much as on this track. So I think it makes sense that this was the single. But in my own opinion, I am pretty happy to say that I do think that that is the worst song on the track, on the album, sorry.
Well, let's go on to the next track in Problems then.
Bit of live crowd sound.
Kind of sounds like Columbia by Oasis.
A little bit, yeah.
Those opening guitar notes.
Yeah. It's just got classic Aerosmith feel all over it.
It's so grand. It's like, it's got a massive sound. Great vocal delivery there, especially on some of those longer notes. Sounds so sick.
And it feels like that's Yungblud doing his Steven Tyler.
Nice little thumping bass in there as well. Yeah. I love a track that gives room for an instrumental. I just think it adds so much to it.
This is one of those songs that just makes you feel like rock's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this section here is sick.
Like, you can imagine this live getting a lot of people to have a lot of energy.
Don't. I've got to wait till April.
This has been sick.
I think they're Yungblud vocals. But again, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
This is Steven Tyler now, isn't it?
It's like the debate of who is it.
It's because there's a slight lack of accent, which makes me realise it's not Yungblud.
Steven's more smoky, Dom's is more raspy.
Yeah. Whoever was on the vocals on the end there were losing their mind in the background, screaming away.
I tell you what, though, I think that track was really good. That was so much better than the first track. Musically, there were multiple times throughout where it just let the instruments do the talking, and there was little guitar solos, the bass kicking through, the drums felt really powerful. But then the vocals throughout it were just so good. As I say, I don't know much about Steven Tyler, but he's doing a great job. I know he's getting on a bit. I don't know how he's still delivering these vocals.
Yeah, 75.
This is what I'm saying. And based off Yungblud so far, I can see why he's just had to cancel some gig dates, because he's just absolutely going feral on this.
I mean, it seems like he's he's really, really working on his vocals these past couple of years.
Absolutely.
Like he's gone away. He didn't release an album for 4 years, was it? Was Weird? Was Idols after Weird, or was there one between that?
There was one in between, but we don't have to count that.
He was clearly moving towards a new sound. Like on Weird, we started to hear that kind of influence on there, and now he's just fully nailing it. He's got this kind of, it's kind of this rock opera, rock ballad voice, and I never really thought about it, but Steven Tyler from Aerosmith feels like it must be a huge inspiration for him, and for him to be able to do an EP with Aerosmith. That's like getting co-signed by the biggest artist in the world in that genre. That's no small feat.
Well, before we go on to track number 3, if you are a Yungblud fan, make sure to hit like and subscribe, because we do have a first listen coming out soon, which we are going to be listening to Weird for the first time, and it's going to be a great video. So make sure you hit the buttons and stick around for that. But up next is Wild Woman.
Ever since I heard that for the first time, it has been stuck in my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
That switched completely then.
This has got that strong 80s feel.
And it's got that subtle country element that Aerosmith always had.
Bass is going crazy.
Beat me to it, man.
And even though he's done a lot of them in the last year, these high vocals really suit his range.
Which I don't think a lot of people would expect from Yungblud. So to hear him actually hitting these notes, it's
No,
like,
before it was all about the rasp.
yeah.
But I'm liking this chilled vibe on the verses as well.
God damn.
I do think that ending guitar sounds so much like Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Oh, yeah.
That was another great song. The bass in that was going absolutely crazy. I can't lie, I am massively shocked by those last two. Like, if the next two are just as good, I'm going to be well impressed. I can't believe how good they were.
There's something about it that I can't put my finger on, but it feels nostalgic and fresh at the same time. It feels like it's old Aerosmith, but with this new twist on it that makes it not. It's like when somebody tries to recreate old music, they obviously sometimes they go over the top and they add too much production to it and they make it sound too much like something that it isn't what it was. This feels like it could have been released back when Aerosmith were in their prime, and you would have no idea.
Well, and I think as well, when people try and recreate old music, say if this was just a Yungblud track and people went, well, that's just knockoff Aerosmith. What can you say? Aerosmith are on this track.
Yeah.
And that's the element that I really like about this whole EP, is that Yungblud has obviously, due to his age, got the sharper, more powerful voice. So it feels like Youngblood's taking the reins on vocally making the track shine, but it's the Aerosmith fundamentals. The guitar works so Aerosmith. The slow downs to bring it straight back up, the energy of it. I think it's playing to each other's strengths really well.
Definitely.
We're on to 1,000 Days next.
I've been hurting you alone.
Oh, a bit more of a ballad on this one.
Nice to hear completely raw Youngblood vocals as well.
That was quite cool.
Yeah, the way that dropped in there was just nice. It felt warm.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sat in front of a winter's fire. Do you know what I mean, Tim? When you get back from a nice long walk and the fire's lit and it's just like a beautiful evening to be indoors,
And
safe,
toasting bread.
toasting bread, comfortable.
Stew.
Fuck's sake, what's going on, man? I think another thing as well is that the lyrics, are reminiscent of lyrics that Aerosmith would have as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
he's managed to keep it in that style. Yeah, I kind of want less of Steven Tyler. I want more of Youngblood's vocals.
See, it's crazy. I finished this EP and when I needed more Steven Tyler and less of Youngblood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I get it. It adds a different air to it, doesn't it, with
Yeah.
Steven Tyler?
Their voices combined on this chorus.
When they harmonise, that's what you want. I think we need more of both of them delivering vocals.
Yeah. I think there's going to be some very young rock fans crying to those lyrics at home.
Very likely. Another lovely little guitar solo thrown in.
Yeah, Joe Perry's guitar work on this shows that he is still that guy.
He's still got it. Another thing I've noticed about this EP so far is that the lyrical content that Yungblud has is very reminiscent of that was on Idols.
Yeah.
Which kind of shows that, obviously it's called Idols, and I think we kind of inferred from that it was because it's a very inspired album about his idols. So it makes you think that Aerosmith Steven Tyler is probably one of his idols, and he was kind of, harking on that style. And now that he has this EP with him, it's the perfect place for him to use those lyrics.
That made me nostalgic for a time that I wasn't in. Do you know what I mean? That felt like a proper throwback to an era where I wasn't around, but I can capture those vibes. And as I say, I've never really listened to Aerosmith much, so maybe it's just I have heard them and this is reminding me of that. But I think they've done a good job of, like you said, Youngblood's really raw vocals at times, mixing with the kind of old school rock feeling, creating something new completely.
It's not even just a time, it takes you to a place that you've never even been. Like, I feel like I'm in Tennessee, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. It reminds me of older Aerosmith hits like I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Yeah, all throughout this, yes, there's songs that I couldn't point back and be like, that reminds me of this. But you know what? I'll take it. For a band that's in the 70s, collaborating with a young, aspiring rock star.
A young blood.
Someone who's still very much finding his feet and proving himself. The only thing I hope going after this and onto future projects is that Yungblud finds his own wave, and you have those songs where you're like, okay, that's that's Yungblud. That's undisputably Yungblud.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel like he did with some, and he's had big success with songs. But like Hello Heaven and Low sounds like Led Zeppelin. Zombie, the opening of that sounds like Coldplay. I just think going after this is his time to be like, I need to fully find my sound.
Yeah, he needs to, with his new style of vocals that he's got, he needs to figure out the way that he can then put himself forwards and, like you say, have a style that is unapologetically Yungblud, whilst, because I mean, he tried with his older stuff and he's changed up his style since then, so I don't think he could go back to that. Whereas back then, if you heard one of those tracks, you go, yeah, this is Yungblud.
What, you don't want a remix of Ice Cream Man?
Well, we're on to the last track, which is Back in the Saddle.
2025 mix. So
Don't
was
forget the
this an
2025.
Aerosmith song?
Yeah.
Proper
Right. Old school one. Have neither of you heard the original?
Don't think so.
I might have done, but
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeehaw.
Straight away, you get those old school vibes.
Yes. Light up the moon.
Whoa.
that's mad. Just like to come in like that.
Yeah. Those top notes are fucking amazing.
You can so tell this is where Yungblud thought, fuck, I've really got to step up here.
Yeah. Especially if he's going on a classic.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like the instrumental's just whirring in the background, ready to boot off one more time.
And on first listen, I didn't notice actually how much the instrumental mixes up throughout.
God damn.
I think that is Stephen,
Yeah, I think it is.
which is way more impressive. What a king.
Woohoo! What a track that was. Fucking hell.
Really cool way to end the EP. Again, vocals on point throughout that. And obviously, I've not really, to my knowledge, heard the original. But to say that is a newer mix of a really old song, I think that it perfectly matches the EP and kind of shows what we've all been saying and how well they've done to make this seem like both an Aerosmith and a Yungblud project at the same time.
For anything that came before from Youngblood's catalogue, it would not have made any sense, but this joins from Idols quite nicely. And it's not even that it's the greatest thing that either of them have done, but it's by far one of the most exciting. It's two big names, one for legendary reasons and one because of current reasons. And it's just so cool. No one else in rock is doing this. There's not collaborations like this anymore. And I don't know, it's just an exciting time.
I think also because Youngblood is so very clearly a big fan of Aerosmith and bands of that era, that to see him actually being able to do this, obviously we saw him do Changes at Ozzy Osbourne's final show, and that was a great homage. It was a cover, it was fantastic. This again, he's done Back in the Saddle, which was an original Aerosmith song. He's gone on that. This man is just doing things with all these legendary bands, and I feel like they were all actively, willingly giving him the kind of co-sign to say, you know what, you can be this new version of this music. They probably all heard Idols and gone, fucking hell, yeah, he's doing it. He's bringing it back.
Aerosmith and Yungblud is not two names I ever expected to see together. And admittedly, it's only an EP. There's only 5 songs, but I think that's perfect. They've absolutely nailed this. It didn't need to be more than 5 songs. They've got a sound. They've done it well. All the tracks, to be honest, bar the single, I think the single is the worst one. The other 4 were fantastic. They've done a great job of just nailing it. If this was 10 songs, maybe by the end I'd be a little bit bored. It's an EP. It's not a full-length album. This is exactly what it needed. And I am shocked by how much I enjoyed that. Like, individually, I like a lot of Yungblud tracks. Aerosmith, I've never really listened to a whole bunch, but after this, I'm actually going to go listen to them. It's probably having the opposite effect of what they thought would happen, where I'm going to go check out the classic.
I think the other tracks on this EP, if you told me that they were originally Aerosmith songs that these are covers of, I'd believe it. I'd definitely believe that.
Yeah, and I think because Stephen naturally, although he had some really impressive moments vocally, he's not going to be able to keep up with Yungblud at his best. Mm-hmm. So I think it was really respectfully and tastefully done. The fact that they've clearly been given free reign of like, right, what style of music are we making? And like we've all said, it's nostalgic. There's different elements to it. It's versatile. And I said the exact same thing as you, the perfect length. Because also, it didn't feel like 20 minutes that flies by. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It feels like you have enough time to take your time with it. You could pause after one song, go and do something, listen to another, go do something. And that's the best thing. And also, I think the greatest strength about it is, and you never get it now, even with Yungblud projects, the singles are normally some of the better ones. But the fact that the single is by far the weakest one on the EP.
Yeah, that was like an introduction. It was like a hello, this is the sound we're going for here. So, and then it's like it throws you in the deep end straight after that. Whereas I think for like a wider audience, maybe more people would be a little bit more open to the single. But obviously for us, like, it makes more sense to prefer the rest of it.
What would you say was your highlight track?
Oh, it's a tough one. That is a tough. I mean, that last track was absolutely phenomenal, but I don't know if that counts or not because it was originally an Aerosmith track.
Yeah, I'd say 1,000 Days. Yeah. I just thought the instrumentation on it was incredible. Like every part of the band got a moment to shine. For me, that's the best one.
I completely agree.
I think I'd go in there as well, to be fair. But to be fair, it's a hard-pressed decision to make. I mean, it's definitely not My Only Angel, but the other 3 are up there for options.
Well, that was One More Time, Aerosmith and Yungblud. Let us know in the comments what your favourite track from this EP is. I feel like everyone will have a different favourite. Maybe even some people will be really offended we didn't like the single that much. And also make sure you check out Will and Cinematics. There'll be a link in the description. Go subscribe to him and subscribe to us. Peace.